Today I'm going to show you my home survival kit, hurricane kit, storm kit, whatever you want to call it. So first of all, it starts out with this 5-gallon bucket. The bucket's important because you could use it for a lot of things. Getting water, you could use it for a bathroom, you could use it for getting fish. There are a lot of uses for the bucket itself. Also, it can store the kit. So let's take a look inside, see what we got. So first of all, roll of toilet paper can be helpful in the beginning. So that's a nice nicety. Second of all, I've got a life straw. Personal water filtration. You can use this to drink water out of bacteria-filled streams and whatnot. It's a straw you can actually drink directly from the source, and it's supposed to filter out 99% of the bacteria and contaminants. I have ice packs. These are instant cold packs in case of injury, and I have several of these in here. Those are nice, especially in an emergency. I have drinking water packs. These are emergency drinking water, purified water. So again, something that's nice in here. And I put several of these in here. I mean, this is a pack that I set up for just the two of us. It could be made for, you can make bigger ones for multiple families. But this is, again, a few days of drinking water. I put sterilized gauze pads. These are 3x3 pads, again, in case of injury during emergency as things happen. I put a small pack of sutures, 5 sutures, in case, again, we have to do an emergency suture in an emergency. A survival blanket. This is a foil blanket. A pair of gloves. Work gloves are always important in case we have to cut wood or whatever the case is. And again, we got more water in there. Some tissues. And again, another pair of gloves for my partner. I've got a pack of fire starters. This will just make it a little bit easier to start a fire in emergency. These are little tiny biofuel burners. There's six of these little pieces in a pack, and then you break them up, and they break into 24 little tiny bricks, and they're supposed to help make a fire a little easier to make. Then I have a variety of different antiseptics, things like that I keep in here. I'll show you what's in here. I put a sunscreen lotion, sterile alcohol pads, a little burn aid in case there's a burn, and that's about it for that. I have these, we have several cats, so these are poppable bowls. They're little plastic bowls that fold down on themselves. You just pop them out, and it could be a bowl of water. This is not just for animals. I mean, you could use these to eat soup out of. They could be for humans too. It doesn't have to be for a pet. I've got foldable raincoats. Again, can be important maybe to make a shelter, or just for to put on, protect you against the rain. Another blanket. I have some writing pads, again, maybe to stem some of the boredom. I have a sterile scalpel. Again, something that we use in an extreme emergency. I have several votive candles. This can be important. Just sometimes in the darkness, a candle can make you feel better. Also, this can create a little bit of warmth depending on the situation. I have some 550 cord. There's approximately 100 feet of 550 cord. This can be used for a lot of things to help make your shelter, push and pull, depending on what your situation is. Again, more water. I have a couple of decks of cards, again, to help with the boredom. Remember, we're not going to have any power. We're not going to have cell phones. We're not going to have the internet. We're not going to have anything to do. Cards can always be fun, whether you're alone or with somebody else. It can be an important things to help with the boredom. I've got Purell wipes to help clean our hands in case of we don't have soap and water. I've got a hemostat for helping again if we have to do a little bit of emergency surgery. I have a little saw. This is again one of these saws that you could use on a small piece of wood. You pull it back and forth and it can cut small branches and things like that for making a fire. Pack of pens to go with our paper. And of course, I have waterproof matches. Again, if we need to make a fire. Of course, more Purell wipes. Chem lights. Again, these crack open, shake them up, you know how these work. These are sparkable fire starters, and they're on a little lanyard, so you could actually wear them around your neck. You basically just take and hit a spark together to create a fire. These are great to have in the case that you don't have matches. And again, a couple of more chem lights. I found this is a very useful little tool. This is actually a foldable knife. So this folds out into a razor sharp knife. Again, if we need to maybe fillet a fish or whatever the case is, we can use that. Another pair of hemostats. I have a little multi-tool here. This has got several different kinds of little tools on it. It's got a little saw, it's got a little blade, another little blade, it's got a bottle opener, it's got a couple little different sizes of wrenches on there. Again, this may come in handy if we have to do something. There's an edge of a screwdriver here. Just again, a little tool that we can use in case of an emergency, and lack of anything else, we may need this just to do some small work. A couple of flashlights, and of course we have batteries for the flashlights. Make sure they're packed up real nice. Again, I got another knife in there, another multi-tool. We wanted to get multiples of things so that we make sure that we have enough in case we're trying to help multiple people. A pair of scissors will come in handy for the rope. I have some compasses, very small compasses. They are just 5 little tiny ones. Again, may come in handy if we're trying to find somewhere to go. I have a little tiny container here of bobby pins, or excuse me, not bobby pins, but safety pins, in case we need to pin something up. This can become important, if we need that later. Another pair of scissors, a couple of key rings, And these are what are called P38s. If anybody was in the military, they know what these are. These were used to open cans. They can come in handy, you know, as a striking tool, also as a can opener. So that's about it for this survival kit. I'm sure that there's a lot more things that I should put in here. I could put in here. You know, I could put probably a nice big survival knife in here, a hatchet. There's a lot of things that you could put in here. This is the one that I made up for my house. But give me your comments and suggestions. I'd be glad to, you know, add them to my kit. This is something that you could always add to later on. You know, it just depends on your household and the area which you live, what kinds of things you want to put into your survival kit. So make sure you like and subscribe. Hopefully this is helpful to you. Thanks. And watch the links down below. I'll show you where you can get most of this stuff on Amazon.